I can't stop myself from having scars. I can't stop myself from this. I can't stop myself. Like, it's just something that has to happen, and I have to accept it. And I don't want to accept it because it's my brain, but I have to try.
Yeah, the suckiest answer to all of this, like, the reason I can't give you any advice because, like, I get it, but
Yeah.
it's either you try or, well, you work
Or you
towards
just
that image of yourself that you
or
have in
you
your
just
head. But
thrust yourself in your work all the time, so you have no time to process any of your
yeah,
emotions whatsoever, or ever
wow,
have to think about it.
you're telling me that ignorance is bliss.
That is
Ooh, I
true.
knew it. I got my tarot card read by Tonki, and then a bunch of people asked for like three people
Oh,
asked for a reading of like the relationship between me and that person, right? There was Numi, Mano, and Yusan.
oh.
And on all of those readings, all four readings, Tonki's reading is like ignorance isn't bliss. That's like basically like you have to confront, you have to acknowledge, and confrontation and conflict is good. And I'm just sitting there and I'm like, damn, if Mousey was here, she'd get it. But I hate this shit, bro.
Me too,
I
bro.
hate this shit so much. What do you mean I
I
have to deal
don't.
with my problems?
I know. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'd rather just live in fantasy and just run away from. I have to deal with it, bro.
I don't know.
I
It's so
don't
much
like
easier
it.
to deal with other people's problems, but when it's my own, now that's annoying.
It's true.
I
It's
don't
true.
like it.
That's just like I could give everybody advice, but I can't give myself advice. You know?
Yeah. It's more like I can give myself advice, but like would I listen to my own advice? Now that's a question for the tomorrow me. Today me
Yeah.
won't.
She should give you a reading. Oh no 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 thank you. No thank you. No thank you. To me like to me it's like I uh I grew up around like a lot of interesting things like that, in hand with
Mhm.
Catholicism, and then all that other stuff because you know
Mhm.
people dabble, but it's like it's always been like this is for entertainment purposes only, but it's like I have anxiety and stress. There is no way I'm probably gonna start worrying about if it's something that I don't want to hear, which sometimes, most of the time, it is something that you don't want to hear. But it's like a lot of times, like you can apply that to anything. You know what I mean? But
Mhm.
then because of the fact that I have like anxiety and I'll start like overthinking everything, be like,
Like the card said this. Do I wake up today? Huh? That's over. My mom told me never get my tarots read, never get my palms read, never dabble with any of that. And guess what? I did that.
yeah, that's what my mom said too, because my mom said that we're not supposed to know
Yeah.
that stuff. And she was like,
Yeah.
listen, I know people. My mom's like, we are not supposed to know any of those things. So you do not play with that stuff because you're not supposed to know. You're just supposed to live your life and do your best. And I'm like, gee, thanks.
Yeah. My mom told me the same. And now I can read tarot, which is the weirdest, like, Uno
I'm like,
reverse I've
mom,
ever had in my
it's
life.
just for fun. It's just for fun. And she's like, even if it's just for fun, that opens you in a way that you're
Yeah.
vulnerable. And I'm
Yes.
like,
Oh my god, my mom said that too.
what are you
Okay.
saying?
My mom says it like, if you dabble with it, right? The door to the spiritual world will open slowly, and
Bro,
then
that's the
you
same
will
shit my mom
basically.
said.
Yup. She would say like you don't want to start nudging that door because like if you don't dabble on it and then like you take care of yourself, right? There's like a protecting shield on you. But then the moment you start dabbling
Mm-hmm.
it, the protecting shield would like even just a little bit of gap, the flies can come in. Is what my mom would say.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, bitch! I'm telling my mom. I remember I was like, you crazy, you crazy. Maybe she's not. I don't know. We have the same mom. Oh my god, I am her sister.
Probably.
That's true.
Bro, my mom
Likes
wouldn't.
fashion, high class. I am the sister.
She wouldn't even let me like play with a Ouija board.
Me too.
Nope. I couldn't
Me
even.
too,
I couldn't
girl.
touch it. Even if I looked at. I remember one time, my mom took me to the store, and they had one in the store, and I looked at it, and she goes, "Don't even look at that thing. Do not put your gaze on that, because even reading the name and
Mhm.
looking at it is inviting something." And I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, Jesus, sure.
Mhm. Mhm. My mom said, this I quote: "The thought of it is already an invitation."
Mhm.
Because that's when like the way she says like now the spirits know that you are thinking about it, so they're
Bro, what
gonna
the
like
fuck? I
tempt
think
you with
I
it.
think our moms are.
Yeah, she just said that too because okay, she is very like my parents are very superstitious, right? But I had a D&D dice that I bought, and my mom thought it was like some black magic and she was like, throw this away. And I'm like, that's a D&D dice. It only has numbers. And she's like, no, there's no such thing. And I'm like, that is a D&D dice, mother. But my mom thinks it's like the spirits are smart. You know, like they're not going to tempt you because with like you don't want. They will tempt you with the you want. So just thinking about wanting it, they will use it against you. And I was like, don't you dare think of it. Don't you dare.
Yeah, that's why like
So
my mom never wanted me to watch like horror movies or anything.
me too.
Consume any horror media, which is funny because that's like my favorite genre of everything.
Oh my
And
god.
it's like, look what you've done to me, Mom. You pushed me into a life of horror, loving horror. It's all your fault. It's all your fault. You
My
pushed me
mom-
into the arms of another.
No. My mom would also never allow me, which is weird because she grew up loving horror. And then she stopped liking horror once she got more superstitious. But she used to like it. She used to watch a lot of horror movies before. So I was like, you hypocrite. You hypocrite. Or whatever.
My mom is like upset, like super afraid of like she doesn't like horror, but the one that she's afraid of the most is like the exorcism horror movies, like demonic possession stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, she's so afraid of that stuff. And I'm like, Mom, it's just a movie. It's not real. She's like, even the actors, when you act and you pretend, you're opening yourself up to things. And I'm like, it's just acting. It's no big deal. And then she'll come and be like, did you know that on the set of blah blah blah, so and
Oh my God.
such thing happened? I wonder why. And I'm like, okay, Mom, you cracked the code, bro.
My mom said that too. I quote, she brought up Insidious. I remember. She said, did you know that in the set of Insidious, some actors had to be rushed to the hospital because they got weirdly ill? I wonder why. And I was like,
Because they probably ate something bad.
because they're possessed, Mouse. Mm-mm.
Oh my god. I
Look
love
at this
my mom.
doubter over here.
I love my mom,
Yeah.
and I respect like her old wisdom stuff and whatever. But you know that, which is funny because like all this like demonic possession stuff. You know, my parents are Catholic, and then I'm a VTuber and I'm Satan.
I want our moms to meet one day. I swear to God, they're the
I
same
think they'd
person.
be the best friend. They'd be like best friends. It would be so funny.
Like, okay, my mom doesn't really have like, she knows people, but she doesn't have like a friend that she really trusts. You know what I mean? Like, she has trust issues, that one.
My
But-
mom too.
She doesn't usually have like a lot of friends, right? So I'm like, Mom, you should talk to people. And she's like, no, it's different. Once you are a mother, you don't have time for stuff like that. And I'm like,
That's
Mom,
the same my mom says.
bro, my mom says like that. Like, I don't have time for like that. And I'm like, I've been watching you watch a movie while eating nuts for like the past 3 hours. You do have time, girl. Like,
Oh, bro,
you
my
have
mom.
time.
My mom doesn't even watch movies. My mom is like a professional. Like she has to be working all the time because she feels like even watching a movie is like a waste of her time, and like it. So much so that for the first time I caught my parents watching a movie. Like they had like a date night, and I'm like, where did my parents come from? Who are these people? These are not my parents. What the? They're like sitting there watching a movie in my house, and I'm just like, excuse me, what do you guys think you're doing? What happened to my mom and dad?
My mom, like, she doesn't like starting watching a movie, but if you put a movie on, she hates it when someone pauses it. You know what I mean? Like, you have to turn it on for her, and then she'll do the awkward, like, standing there and then sitting down and then watching it. She does that a lot. It's really weird. I don't know. I'm telling you, I love my mom to bits, but she is just
I love mom too.
very similar to Mousey's mom, which is very weird. Like, I remember when we first talked about this, and I'm like, oh yeah, like, one coincidence, fine. Two, fine. At this point, I'm like,
Okay.
what is this? I'm like, interesting.
Very interesting.
right.
My mom has like the only friends that she has is like church friends, and it's because they go to church.